adventure and imagination. The traffic light that told stories. Once upon a time, in a city teeming with life, there stood a unique traffic light like no other. It wasn't just a signal for cars, it was a storyteller for children. Every day, as the sun shone brightly overhead, the light would change colors not to control traffic, but to paint a new tale in the air. One sunny Sunday morning, a group of children gathered near the magical traffic light. They waited eagerly for it to change colors, knowing that each shift would unveil a new adventure waiting to be heard. As the red bulb flickered to life, a deep resonating voice echoed through the air. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a princess trapped in an enchanted tower. The children's eyes sparkled with anticipation as they listened intently. As the light turned green, the voice continued. The brave knight came to her rescue, climbing the tower with ease. But the witch guarding the princess had set a terrible test, for only the bravest could pass. The children's hearts raced as they imagined the knight's daring adventure. As the sun dipped below the horizon and twilight approached, the voice warned, but alas, the knight was afraid. He hesitated at each test, unsure if he could continue. The children gasped, wondering if the brave knight would ever reach the princess. With darkness falling upon the land, the knight stood at the foot of the tower, uncertain and afraid. But then he remembered the children listening intently nearby and summoned all his courage. And as he climbed the tower, each test seemed a little easier to overcome. Finally, the knight reached the top of the tower and found the princess waiting for him, her eyes shining with hope. They embraced, and the witch, defeated at last, released them from her enchantment. As the knight and princess descended from the tower, the children cheered in delight. The witch, angry at her defeat, vowed revenge but knew that she could not overcome the power of love and friendship. And so, the knight and princess returned to their homes, never forgetting the adventure they had shared. But that night, as darkness fell upon the land once more, the traffic light changed colors once more, to a soft, inviting blue. As the sun rose the next morning, the knight and princess found themselves at the base of the tower once more. They looked up to see the witch standing there, her eyes filled with regret and longing. She begged their forgiveness and promised never to trouble them again. And as the sun set that evening, the knight and princess shared one last adventure together before parting ways. They promised to meet again someday, under the watchful gaze of their magical traffic light. The magical traffic light stood tall, a symbol of adventure and imagination. It reminded everyone that even the smallest things could hold great power, the power to inspire, to dream, and to bring joy to those who sought it.